Jews rock! I love Jews! Jews rock! Jews rock! Jews rock! I love Jews! Jews rock! Jews rock! Jews rock! I love Jews! Jews rock! Jews rock! Jews rock! I love Jews! Jews rock! Jews rock! Jews rock! I love Jews! Jews rock! Jews rock! Jews rock! I love Jews!
Guys, would it be going too far if I bought a yarmulke and actually wore it when we cover Israel stuff? Is that going too far? Hold on, 5 more minutes at least of this song, and then we'll move on.
Jews rock! I love Jews! Jews rock!
I see people in the chat are liking the jam. We'll do 10 more minutes of this, and then we'll get to the news.
Jews rock! Jews rock!
I love Jews. Oh, fuck.
Jews rock! Jews rock! Jews rock! I love Jews! Jews rock! Jews rock!
Maybe like 30 more minutes of this.
Jews rock! I love Jews! Jews rock!
All right, that's enough of that, guys. There's only so much solidarity we can show for people, you know? At some point, you just got to move on, right? Ladies and gentlemen, have we got a show in store for you tonight? I'm low on nicotine toothpicks, so I've been smoking pipe tobacco. It's gonna be a wild one. I am completely unhinged tonight. Completely unhinged. I should be hinged, but I'm not right now. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? What are we getting into tonight? I almost forgot. We're getting into the Free Palestine Firebomb. Would that happen yesterday or something? I think it was yesterday. And then also today, Mount Etna erupted while people were there, and it sent them running for their lives. So yeah, we're gonna get to all that stuff. You guys ready for this? You guys aren't ready for this. That's a stupid question. You guys aren't ready for this. I already know. All right, let me get to the chat. Say hello to everybody trickling in here. As you all know, the first person in chat gets a free prostate milking. So, there's a lot on the line here. You want to be first in my chat, okay? Because we give out free stuff. Usually it's a free prostate milking. You get a ticket, basically a digital coupon, which is just me guaranteeing you have to clip the video of me saying that you get a free prostate milking because you're first in chat. Then when you see me in person, you give me the coupon, which is basically you just show me, remind me with a clip of myself saying that you get the free prostate milking. Then I fulfill my end of the promise. Okay? So let's get to the chat. Let's see who's first in here. Stacy G. Welcome. You get a free prostate milking. Now, we know, ladies, if you don't have a prostate, I'm sorry for your luck, but you can pass the free prostate milking on to a friend or loved one. And I'm assuming Bob Cook, you'd probably pass that on to him. So congratulations, Bob Cook. I think this is like you've got like, what do you have? Like 10 free prostate milking coupons? I know the Fat Pig has like 100. The Fat Pig has like 90% of the free prostate milkings. Luckily, he lives in Georgia, so I don't really have to, I can bluff a little bit with that. But anyway, welcome you guys. How's it going? Fucking Stacy G, Bob Cook's up in here. Michael Earl, what's up, guys? Let me get down through the chat so we can get started. I've been dicking around this whole time. We've already been in here for like 8 minutes already, and it's just been, edging each other, jerking each other off here. We got to get started. Michael Earl, promo code Lummy's in here. Lover, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Rainy, Oklahoma realtor. I don't know if you were in Scott Starbird's chat at the time, but he gave you a shout out and wanted your real estate advice. I told him to not even bring up your name because you're just going to end up selling houses in his chat like you do in my chat, using us for our chats so you can sell houses in our chats. She's gotten out of hand. She's unhinged. I admittedly I'm unhinged sometimes. Rainey is absolutely unhinged. She's selling too many houses in here. Big E, what's up, Big E? Thanks for joining us. Saw you up in Scott Starbird's chat. Scott Starbird's up in here. What's up, lover? Holyoke Joe's up in here. What's up? Raw's live in Tulsa tonight? Oh, yeah. She's in Oklahoma. Yeah, that's right. Are you at the match, Rainey? Are you watching the stream from the match right now? Yinzer's up in here. What's up, Yinzer? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Snizzle Slizzair is in the building. BW, Juice Rock. I love juice, guys. I love all kinds of juices. Thomas Gilson, good evening. Free, Alex Stein. No, guys, you know what I was thinking would be, I was thinking about this today, and we'll get to it here in a little bit, but, it's really funny how some right-wingers will say, they'll call themselves a free speech absolutist, as if it isn't obvious that you're setting yourself up for failure categorizing yourself that way, labeling yourself that way, you're setting yourself up for disaster. And you truly haven't even considered what free speech absolutism looks like. If you're saying that I'm a free speech absolutist, but then it's hilarious when you say that, and then, like a week later, you put out a tweet saying that anyone that says free Palestine needs to be deported. I mean, it's not just that it's hypocritical, it's hilarious as well. Because they actually and they're right. People read tweet by tweet and don't even consider that you're a fucking buffoon. And so they people don't pay attention enough to care that a month ago you said you're a free speech absolutist, and then you're calling for pro-Palestinian people to get booted out of the country. I'm just assuming at this point that a lot of these big names that tweet this kind of retarded bullshit, they must know that people don't fucking care or pay attention. If you're one of these people who would go along, who would there's so many. I wouldn't be shocked if it was 50% of the people who see those two tweets like both of the tweets and think it's a good statement. It's very funny. Oh, she's at basketball. She's not at the match, guys. She's at basketball practice. Okay, let's go. Jeff Cron's up in here. What's up? Your comment got deleted. What is going on, YouTube? Damn, Jeff. I'm sorry. That's a bitch. We're free speech absolutists over here. I don't even have moderators yet. You guys can make fun of me all you want. There were two guys in here calling me a crackhead the other night. I literally won't even take Tylenol, and I had people in here calling me a crackhead. I eat 99% of the food I eat is organic, and I let these people stay in my chat calling me a crackhead for 3 hours, guys. You remember that night? That was a rough night. All right, so anyway, let's start off light. Let's start with the Free Palestine attack. Let's see that. I want to see some good footage of that. Yeah. I mean, let's hope no one got hurt. All right, let's see. All right, so I saved some of these on Twitter. Let's take a look at the bad ball. Why do people do these things? Why do people do these things to other people? All right, so I'm going to have to all right, let me bring this up for you guys. Now, this guy, unfortunately, and I hate to say this, but it's now every person I see that's a murderer, I so very unfairly compare them to Luigi Mangione, and I just judge them for not being as hot as Luigi Mangione. It's a shame. Now every time I see someone murder someone, I'm just thinking about Luigi Mangione, guys. I got, you know what? I'm a man and I have urge. I'm a gay man. I have that's the character I'm playing, and I have urges. And so when I see someone that's a murderer and they have their shirt off, I'm praying that they have a six-pack like Luigi Mangione, and they don't. They don't. He's really the hottest one, and I should have donated money. But he might have a chance at walking free. We'll see. We'll see how fast The government fucks up their investigations. Let's see them butcher it like the OJ trial. Let me take another puff off of this. I got a brand new tobacco pipe. It's an Italian-made tobacco pipe. It's like got some texturing, like I don't know how to explain that, but it looks cool, almost like lava rock or something. This is actually just tobacco, guys. I'm not playing games here, and wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm getting fucking high over here. I shouldn't be smoking this inside. Because this is tobacco. But it doesn't smell like a cigarette, guys. This actually smells good. Cigarettes are fucking disgusting. I literally would probably just go, if I didn't have the nicotine toothpicks or anything and I couldn't use pipe tobacco, I think I would just not use anything. I don't think I would be even tempted to smoke an actual cigarette. They're pretty fucking nasty sometimes, guys. It would have to be like a good one. I don't even know what a good one is anymore. All right. Let's take a close look at this. Hopefully there's no charred babies. Let me say, the victims of Israel look a lot more burnt up and charred than the victims of the Palestinian protesters. Guys, you got to step it up a notch if you even want to be considered genocidal. I think that's what, I don't know if that's what you're going for, but anyway. All right, guys, here we have Exhibit A. As we can all tell, and I'm sure you guys are all as disappointed as I am, he's not as hot as Luigi Mangione. Guys, just imagine, just think for a second, and I don't want to go down, and I kind of do want to go down a whole Luigi Mangione rabbit hole. I'd love to, you know me, but just imagine if there was a video like this. Just imagine if Luigi Mangione shot that CEO while shirtless. He'd be out already. He would have already walked free. Look at this fucking guy. Yeah, go eat a few more Twinkies, boy. The fuck is this?
We're here.
This is terrible. You know what? My standards are just unrealistic for murderers these days. That's the problem. Now I want them all to be hot and Italian. Just imagine if Luigi Mangione was on camera shooting that CEO wearing just a pair of jeans. Holy shit. I'd go serve the time for him.
We can't do nothing about that. We can't do nothing.
We can!
Not here.
You have to answer this!
Not here, bro.
You're not!
We want to take the video right now.
Bro, now I did, Joe said I stole that pipe from Frosty. It does look like Frosty's pipe a little bit. Does a little bit. Now, I did watch some of the Bubba show this morning, and I thought it was funny. I clicked on Bubba's video. I saw that they had this attack as their thumbnail. And I was like, oh, let me see how they cover it. It was pretty funny, guys. I mean, people always talk shit about Bubba being too far right and stuff like that, There's a lot of people who have quit listening to the show. Well, not a lot, but there's a few people that have quit listening to the show. A decent portion of them have cited political reasons. And it is really funny. Like, it's fucked up. Bubba can't win one way or the other. He got completely chewed out for voting for Obama back in the day. And it's really funny hearing they've, at some point they played audio from back then for a best of when they were out of town on the show. It wasn't a live show. It was like, the best ofs from back in fucking after 2008. And Bubba had been talking about voting for Obama, and all these people were bitching at Bubba because he's a fucking liberal and all this shit. And now he gets it from the opposite side, the least little bit of support he shows for Trump. But it's like he can't fucking win. He's pro-life, or sorry, no, he's not. He's pro-choice. He's actually pro-abortion, not just pro-choice. Bubba actually takes it a step further, and he is pro-abortion. Like he just wants more abortions, I think. And then on top of that, it's just like, it's funny when he talks about, look, guys, I'm not the only one that notices this, that Bubba isn't like the most informed on gun rights, let's say. He is Bubba has expressed that he wants more gun control. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to look like. No, listen, this is one of those things that back in the day when Bubba was like, when they considered me coming in as a co-host, I was like, ooh, I bet I could add to the show. And you hear Bubba go, what's Dark Match Steve going to do in here? It's like, I feel like there's never been someone in the studio in the past, like since Blitz left, there hasn't been someone in the studio that can actually like sort of hammer out what Bubba exactly wants with more gun rights or gun laws, less gun rights, more gun laws. But it was pretty funny. Bubba's like, if you look at this video, it is interesting. This guy, in this clip we are watching right here, this man has already attacked everyone that he was going to attack. He's already lit the people on fire, and they're putting them out with blankets and stuff over here. And, and there's people that are like, yelling at the guy and talking to him, and no one's fucking tackled this piece of shit or fucking put a bullet in him or anything in Minecraft. Okay? Everybody's just fucking standing around and like, taking care of the victims and just looking at the guy, not looking as hot as Luigi Mangione standing there with his shirt off, screaming about fucking, people dying in Gaza. It's very interesting. But then on top of that, it was funny that Bubba thought that he couldn't, Bubba thought that he couldn't shoot this guy after what he just lit people on fire and has more Molotov cocktails in his hands. And Bubba thought he had to wait until this guy threw one at him before he could shoot this guy. Guys, that is not... Look, if you are a firearms owner, and listen, if you are so uninformed, maybe you shouldn't carry a gun all the time, because you're going to end up going to prison if you're not informed on like how to actually legally use and defend yourself and others with a gun. You maybe shouldn't carry one. I know that's like, people that lean right, it's like hell freezing over to hear, but I've thought about it. That some, and I'm not saying this about Bubba. I'm just saying, whatever. Guys, if you see someone that's lighting other people on fire and you have a gun, you can shoot them. I don't know what state you'd have to be in for that to even like be considered a possibility of you getting in trouble, for it being against the law for you to defend other people's rights. Someone's getting fucking murdered, you're allowed to shoot the person that's killing them. Okay? Let's just make that clear. And that includes this guy. If you are out at some fucking stupid protest and you see someone start to light other people on fire, you're legally allowed to defend those other people. Let's make that clear.
He's wearing an orange suit with like something on his back.
Spraying alcohol.
Spraying alcohol, but with the he made it look like he was here.
He's making Molotov cocktails.
And for us,
Well, we can't do when he's got Molotov cocktails.
if you are fighting, you have to...
That's what he's got right here. Is Molotov right there. Alcohol.
Yeah.
So how did this... Okay, I wish... I don't think you can in Colorado. Bro, Colorado, I don't know about that, Jeff Cron. I think that's what I was gonna say. Is if you illegally have the gun, then yeah, you'll get in trouble. But dude, I bet if you actually save some people's lives, and then some prosecutor tried to fucking actually throw charges at you for having a firearm, I don't know what jury they're going to find to actually lock you up. I mean, I don't know. It would have to be something real, some controversial, fucked up situation. If there's clearly a person that's lighting innocent people, kids and stuff on fire, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to take them out. I don't give a fuck what state you're in or whatever. This isn't fucking Saudi Arabia. We're not going to cut your arm off because you shot someone who was trying to kill little kids with fire. That's just not going to happen in America. Oh, K-Dog's up in here. What's up, K-Dog? Let me look. I'll look that up, actually. How do I look this up? Yeah, so let me bring you guys to this. Federal law at least recognizes this, which is what I looked up, but we can look up state laws too. AI overview. Federal law recognizes the right to use deadly force in self-defense and defense of others, but it doesn't explicitly address the use of guns for this purpose. Instead, it generally aligns with the state law that defines the conditions under which deadly force is justifiable. Reason believes a person is in imminent danger of death or great bodily harm. They may be justified in using deadly force, including a firearm, to defend that person. So yeah, there are probably states that have issues with guns, but like I said, guys, what jury? If you dude, it would have to be the most weird circumstance for you to get convicted for using a gun, even if it's like not registered or something. You're a felon and you have a gun and you shoot someone that's trying to kill other people and you're a hero. I mean, where are they going to find this fucking jury to lock you up? That just seems like impossible. I bet it's happened, though. I bet it has. But yeah, if you're in fucking Florida, let's see, Colorado. Let me see. Oh. Oh. What just happened? Stop. What is my phone? Yeah, so Colorado, it applies here too. Oh, well, no. Jeff Cron, you're right. So Colorado is a weird one. When it comes to gun laws, Colorado's weird because they do. I have a friend that lives there, and I know that they have some weird stuff. You are right about that. There's some funny business going on with they have like limits on magazine sizes and stuff, like weird shit. I think you can't have a mag over like 10 rounds or something completely stupid like that. Colorado, you can use a firearm in self-defense or to defend other persons, including in public, if you reasonably believe that there's an imminent threat of death or serious bodily harm. Stand your ground law allows you to use deadly force without a duty to retreat in those situations. You can also use force to defend your property, but the force must be reasonable and appropriate. Yeah, so it's all about reasonably believing, which I think someone with Molotov cocktails is reasonable to believe that they're going to cause great bodily harm using that on other people. Didn't they pass you're referring to Colorado? Didn't they pass a Good Samaritan law making it a crime to not intervene if you had a gun to stop a Molotover? Let me look that up real quick because I'm not really that familiar with Colorado gun laws. Maybe you guys have heard some shit. Okay. So the AI could be retarded. The way the AI is breaking this down, and there's a citation for each of these, but this doesn't seem, most of this seems like it's providing protection to the Good Samaritan. Oh shit, let me sorry, I don't have you guys on here with me. Wait, I left that tab? The hell? Okay, you guys here with me? Yeah. All right. I'll go down here. So what this is saying, most of this seems to federal. Okay, I'll look that up in a second, but anyway, this is saying Colorado Good Samaritan law protects people who provide the emergency assistance. It seems most of this is here seems to be saying it's protection if you do get involved, and it seems reasonable to believe that you thought you should get involved because of, whatever. Good faith, reasonable care. Loss protection extends to those acting in good faith, meaning without malice or intention to cause harm, and providing reasonable care within the scope of their knowledge and abilities. So this is what I was going to say, is if there was some person who was like, I don't know, extremely anti-Islamic, Islamophobic, hates Muslims or something like that, and if there was some circumstance where they were saying they wanted to just take out a Muslim person or something crazy like that. Again, this is not a good thing or something I'm recommending. I'm saying, just giving a hypothetical here. This person was like extremely hateful towards Muslims and even like posted on YouTube and Facebook and fucking Instagram, Twitter, wherever, saying, you know what, today I'm going to go out and I'm going to, in Minecraft, and I'm going to take out a Muslim person and this and that. And then this person happened to be where this Free Palestine attack was. That is something I could see, like, maybe they try to like spin it in a way that this guy was just a violent piece of shit and he did something violent and disgusting just wanting to take out a Muslim person, but he just happened to save some kids from getting lit on fire. Minecraft, yes. That's German for Minecraft. I'm talking about Kraft macaroni and cheese, of course. The finale of Seinfeld was based on that real law. You should render aid when you can. Yeah, no, that's true. No, so I didn't think that Scott Starbird, I didn't think that applied to the Good Samaritan deal. I know that I've heard that law that you have to intervene and do something. I thought that only like applied to doctors and medical personnel and that type of thing. I didn't think that applied to like everyday people. Because there's some guys, I mean, I don't know who, there's probably some people getting a hero complex right now thinking like, okay, I should step in. Dark Match Steve said so. Dude, don't do that. Don't do it just because you have to evaluate every situation. And there's plenty of situations where you probably just want to get right the F out of there. So don't let me fool you. I'm not some hero that's like, I have a gun on me all the time, so no matter what the situation is, I'm going to step in and do my part. Guys, I'm not going to get my fucking head blown off by some crazy terrorist just because I want to get interviewed by Fox News after I take them out or something like that. Don't be stupid. And fuck, guys, I'm saying, like, for me, I'm not telling other people what to do. For me, in general, I say fuck what the law says. Fuck whatever rules are, whatever. You need to cover your ass. Don't think that you have to intervene in something and get your fucking head blown off, man. All right, let me blow this back up. I wish we had actual footage of how this started because I am confused. These people are staying back from him. And you even heard this guy talking. I guess they were debating about intervening or something. And they're like, oh, he has 2 cocktails in his hands and da-da-da. What is he going to do? Where's the lighter? Someone has to light the shit on fire. You can't just he's basically harmless right now, right? Where's his fire that he can light you once he puts the alcohol on you?
Get back, Mom.
We're here. We can't do nothing about that. We can't do nothing.
We can.
Not here.
We have to end Zionists.
Not here, bro.
He's saying end Zionists.
People taking video right
We have
now.
to end Zionists.
He was wearing an orange suit with like something on his back.
Spraying alcohol,
Spraying
too.
alcohol, but what he did was he made it look like he was here.
He's making Molotov cocktails.
Palestine and for us.
Well, we can't do when he's got Molotov cocktails in
If you are
We can't do anything. He's got Molotov. Man, this is what I'm talking about. Guys, how do you, I'm just really baffled. Do people wake up just being completely fucking stupid? How do people go to protests like this? And I would say this probably almost applies to all protests, that you're going to go to protest about something that's very emotionally charged and people are invested in emotionally, maybe irrationally so, and you're going to show up unarmed. You're just going to go out there and let yourself be a victim to some fucking piece of shit that does not support your movement. You're just going to let yourself have that happen to you, huh? These people just go to protests without a weapon. Someone with Molotov cocktails that aren't lit, and you have no way to defend yourself. Unbelievable. I could never. I can't relate. I can't relate to that. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not trying to victim blame here. I'm just talking about this guy. They're on the phone calling the cops. And all you can do is record him and stand there talking to the cops on the... That is just pathetic, guys. Have some plan, guys. You can't just... This is the real world. There's people dying out there. You can't just walk out of the house thinking everything's going to go well. What is this? You're at a protest. We can argue about what, philosophically about what's going on in Palestine, but you are at a protest where you are supporting people who are bombing babies. That's not even debatable. You can argue about whether it's right or wrong, and I, don't feel like you'd win that debate here, but we could argue about whether it's right or wrong what they're doing to the women and children in Gaza and wherever they're bombing them today. I have no idea. But the fact is, you are going to a protest supporting a religion and or government and the government in which is bombing babies and women, innocent people. Yes, they're maybe going after Hamas and whoever, but you really expect nothing to happen to you. You think that everyone is just going to be cool with that? And you know who the people are on the other side of the spectrum that do not agree with you, vehemently oppose you. They're Muslim people. Okay? And let's be real about the reputation of Muslim extremists. And you're going to go to this protest with nothing. What you're armed with a cell phone. That's pretty much what's going on here. You're the only weapon you brought was your cell phone. Unless the guy dies from a fucking cancerous tumor because of the radiation coming off your phone. That's about all you can use it for, unless you want to throw it at his face. Funny Face is up in here. What's up, lover? Thanks for joining us. Guys, this is nuts. I'm sorry. DMS is a parody king. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm blown away. Oh, thank you, promo code Preach. Yeah, dude, and again, I'm not victim blaming. This guy is a piece of shit for lighting some kids on fire or something. I don't know who got if this really is what it looks like, this guy is an absolute piece of shit. But that doesn't change the fact that you can't like walk out of your house like, oh, I'm completely defenseless. I think I'll go to a pro-Israel rally while they're on the other side of the world bombing babies. Today, I saw a Muslim guy hold up half of a child, the torso of a small girl that was dripping blood and all charred, and I watched him hold it up crying. And so, despite that, I'm going to go unarmed to a pro-Israel protest. Holy shit. Wake up. You got to be kidding. See, I don't know how this started. That's a lot of smoke right there, guys. That's a lot. That's a lot of smoke right there. How did this even start? Dude, Scott, that's what I'm talking about. Where's the footage of how this started? How is there actually no footage yet that's going around of how this actually started? I don't want to see people actually get lit, but I just I don't know how you, how do you, how? On top of that, it's not even like it's gasoline, it's alcohol. Like, it doesn't really burn that fast. Gasoline, if you get doused in gasoline and lit on fire, you are fucked. But, dude, I could show you guys rubbing alcohol. I have like 90% rubbing alcohol here. I could light my own hand on fire. I'd be scared that YouTube would get mad and hit me for it, for self-harm or something. But I could show you guys. I used to do it all the time. Light my hand on fire with rubbing alcohol. You can put that out in 2 seconds, not even.
Stay.
Where is he? Oh, wait, there he is. He's over here. Oh, shit. Was this guy on fire? Look at this. His shit's burned or something. Guys, this is another clue. I think this is like polyester shorts right here. You got to be careful wearing the plastic clothing. Polyester plastic clothing bullshit. Because that just it burns like hair. Dude, look at how the guy is just standing there. Everybody's let me blow this up more. Everybody's screaming, running around, stopping, dropping, and rolling, and having other people cover them in blankets. And this guy could just come up and set you on fire again. No one's doing anything to the guy. Guys, this is, you have to, you guys have to watch everything, every bad thing that happens to other people and make it a lesson for yourself. Because this is just like, this is ridiculous. This is actually like shooting fish in a barrel or something.
Stay.
Yeah, guys, when stuff, bro, K-Dog, I was just gonna say, why are people hanging out? I was just gonna say, when something like this happens, this should be a lesson, guys. You get the fuck out of there. This guy just standing there with more Molotov cocktails in his hands, if you aren't taking him down or getting someone else out of there, you need to be getting the fuck out of there. This is just like, this is the perfect example of what not to do in a self-defense situation. Number one, have no form of self-defense besides calling the police. Number two, you fucking stand around while the guy is still armed like a complete fucking idiot. And I'll come up with a number three soon enough. Oh, number three, don't wear polyester to a protest because you might get lit on fire and your shorts will just disintegrate. Yeah, look at this. Look at the black chick in the tank top. She came over. She was right up close to this camera that we're viewing this from. When she gets close enough to see that somebody was lit on fire, she just gets the fuck out of there. Look at this. She's got her hands down, and watch when she sees the person. She puts her hands up like, "Oh my God," and then gets the fuck out. Look at her. She's like, "Holy fuck! People got lit on fire." And she got the fuck out of there. Guys, look at this though. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this, guys. This is the worst. This is the dumbest. Scott said NPCs. Bro, I hate to think that about people, but this is the perfect example of how to be a retard. I'm sorry. And that sounds like victim blaming. Guys, we're learning. I'm not being facetious or trolling, but it sounds like it. And it really does. But we are learning from other people's mistakes, okay? That's all you can do. You can feel bad for them if you want and whatever. And yeah, it's not right that it happened. But you got to learn from this. You got to learn from this. You have to be ready, especially if you're going to a stupid protest. You got to be ready, guys. And this guy's just, look at how they're putting people out. People were set on fire by this guy, and they're just standing around like, "Oh yeah, I'll help put you out." And the guy could just walk right over and set the rest of the people on fire. Oh well, guys, we walked outside thinking everything was going to go right in the world. Literally, my whole day was planned with the assumption that nothing could ever go wrong. So here we are, we're victims at a protest. We got lit on fire, and we look like complete idiots standing around because we walked outside of our house thinking nothing could go wrong. I'm just going to a protest supporting a government killing babies. No big deal. It's just a protest. Again, guys, I'm not saying what's right or wrong about what Israel is doing in Palestine. I'm just pointing out the facts. People are angry about this shit. You can't just go out there with no plan besides call the cops.
Today I'm here to give you very preliminary information about an attack that occurred here in downtown Boulder at about 1:26 p.m. today. At that time, Boulder dispatch received several calls to the county courthouse located at 1325 Pearl Street here in Boulder. The initial callers indicated that there was a man with a weapon and that people were being set on fire. The initial response by our officers, we were on scene very quickly. When we arrived, we encountered multiple victims that were injured with injuries consistent with burns and other injuries. While our officers and paramedics and fire department personnel got those victims quickly to the hospital, our officers were pointed out, a suspect was pointed out to our officers on the scene. Our officers immediately encountered that suspect who was taken into custody without incident. That suspect, who I'm not able to ID at this time, was taken to the hospital with some minor injuries as well. And there's a lot more we're investigating right now before I'm able to release information on that person. The scene itself is contained, but we have a large area here in downtown Boulder closed off right now. Businesses have been closed, and we have asked people to avoid the area. This area is not safe yet. We're dealing with a vehicle of interest. We're dealing with a large area that we are making sure it's safe before we allow people to come back into the scene. If your vehicle is here in the several block perimeter that we have, please follow our social media. We will announce when the roads are open and people can retrieve their vehicle as well. I appreciate everyone's patience as we work through this complex scene. What I will say lastly is this was
Holyoke Joe, yes. Those guys were right that came into the chat that night. I am smoking actual crack. No, guys, I told you it's tobacco. I don't want YouTube to get mad. Don't even play like that. It's tobacco. It's called Jamaican rum, the flavor. It's actually good. I got a couple rings. Hold on, let me get a smoke ring going. Hold on, guys. In solidarity with the people that got burned, I'm going to do smoke rings. You can't see them that well. Oh, you can see it. Just barely. I've lost my touch. It's been a while since I smoked cigarettes and vaped. I like Coke. Funny Face says I like Coke. Only with rum. I only drink Coke with rum.
Beautiful Sunday afternoon in downtown Boulder on Pearl Street. And this act is unacceptable. I hope you'll join me this evening.
That's a controversial take there.
As we're working through this investigation, we are working. I just came from the command post. We've got dozens and dozens of people here, our state, local, and federal partners, working through this to figure out exactly what happened. I ask for a little bit of patience as we do that, but also I ask that you join me in thinking about our victims, the families of those victims, and everyone involved in this tragedy. Our hearts go out to them, and we are going to do everything we can to work as hard as we can throughout the evening to provide more information and get answers for everyone.
He said our hearts go out to them. I forget what the salute is for that. My heart. I won't do it, guys. I'm not going to do it. Elon Musk's heart goes out to them as well. All right. Where were we? There's no other angles of this. You got to be kidding me, guys. Hold on. Let me look for a second. Let me see. We're not going to show any burned babies. Again, those would probably you'd be able to find a lot more if you look for burned babies in Gaza. It's not easy to find the actual videos of these people getting lit on fire. Illegal immigrant from Egypt Oh my God, the media called this guy a white. Hold on a second. Hold on. Are we for real? Number one, they called him a white man. Number two, he's an illegal immigrant. He's probably MS-13 too.
As far as the investigation itself, we're still trying to verify and confirm some video, but it appears to show a significant portion of the incident as it happened. There's an individual that's taken into custody. He's a white male. Whether or not that's the person that police ultimately arrested and will ultimately charge in this crime, a bit of a question at this time, but that's just what we've seen so far. As far as the investigation,
A white male. Illegal immigrant from Egypt. Yeah, man, I wish there was footage. I want to see how like for real, how does a guy I've seen Molotov cocktails kind of work in a couple situations. I just don't I'm really curious as to how it seems like such a bad weapon that like it only works at, to throw them at riot police or something. I don't understand how you become and again, this is no offense to the victims. These are just people that are not really fully awake to the raw nature of reality when they walk out of it. Clearly, that's what we're dealing with here. But I don't understand how you get hit with a Molotov cocktail. This guy has two of them in his hands that aren't even lit. Like, how are people? Am I stupid? But like, there isn't he's just got two bottles of alcohol. You have to light them on fire. You can see the rags at the top. Hold on, let me blow this up more. I don't know if you can see it in this video, but you can see there's rags at the top of these bottles. He has to have a flame to start those. He didn't look white. He also didn't sound white. You can tell English isn't his first language.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We're here, brother. We're here. We can't do nothing about that.
you come.
We can't do nothing.
We can.
Not here.
Time for end Zionist.
Not here.
End Zionist! We got to end Zionist! Yeah, definitely a white guy. Yeah, he sounds completely... you know what? That's American English right there. There he is, the white guy. Goddamn white people at it again. But let's check this out, guys. So we all heard about this. How many people died in this? Actually, let me look this up. Let me look up let's see what we got. Planned for a year. New York Times. Said he wanted to kill all Zionist people. Hold on. Let me bring you guys over here with me because this is about to get lit. Boulder attack suspect charged with federal hate crime said he wanted to take out all Zionist people, court documents. Okay. Well, he had the opportunity and didn't. I think he was really just he's trying to get some clicks, just like me. Trying to get some eyes on the deal. The man suspected of throwing Molotov cocktails in an act of terrorism during a pro-Israel demonstration in Boulder, Colorado, injuring 12 people, has been charged with a federal hate crime and state charges, including 16 counts of attempted first-degree murder, according to court documents. The suspect, 45-year-old Mohammed Suleiman, guilty. Oh, what happened, buddy? Looks like he lit his own ear on fire. Told investigators he researched on YouTube how to make Molotov cocktails, purchased the ingredients to do so, and constructed them, the federal court document said. Solomon took a concealed carry class to learn how to fire a gun, but had to use Molotov cocktails for the attack after he was denied the purchase of a gun due to him not being a legal citizen. Oh my God, what? They actually do background checks? No way! I had no idea that they did background checks because I'm a fucking stupid liberal who wants more gun laws. What? They stopped somebody? I thought they just gave them out for free at Walmart. No way. Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton told me, and fucking Kamala Harris told me they just give them out for free at Walmart. Holy crap. I didn't know they have background checks. Wow, that's weird because it seems like all of the Democrat politicians keep saying that they want background checks. But here, they have background checks and it stopped this guy. So that's just so weird. How do I do the math on that? Okay, anyway, read between the lines on that one. Donald Ferguson. Hello, Steve. Hello, chat. Deep ride tonight. Yes, it is, sir. I had to go to. This guy probably did the same thing. Went to 7-Eleven, get a cup carrier for cocktails. Looks like our politicians were successful in bringing a holy war home. That's true. All right, let's so concealed weapons class. That's funny. So he took the class. Dude, that's funny. So it doesn't say he got a permit, but I guess you can take anyone can take the class. I'm sure that's the case. Is anyone can take the class, but you probably have to be a legal citizen to actually get the permit. The class itself is literally just like, like a firearm safety kind of class. Make sure you know that the bullet comes out of the barrel and don't point it at your own face or other people's faces unless you're trying to shoot their face off. But yeah, when you get a concealed carry, at least in Florida, you take the class and you pass it and the instructor, basically signs off on it or whatever. Like this guy took the class. He knows where the bullet, what hole the bullet comes out of, and he promises not to point it at his friends like Dick Cheney did. They sign off on that, and then you actually take that to the state government, and then that's like, part of just being able to qualify to get a concealed carry. So when you take the class, it's just like, they'll take your money and train you. Doesn't mean you're going to get your permit. Because then it's funny how that works. Cause like ideally what the state would do is tell you if you're even qualified before you go to take the class. But I know some people who took the class and then the state of Florida they really wanted to hold back on giving out permits for a little bit. I won't say who, but I know some people that had some issues getting their concealed carry permit. They did everything right in the process, and the state had some problems. So Solomon, who allegedly disguised himself as a gardener during the attack, holy fuck, allegedly told police he wanted to kill all Zionist people and wished they were all dead. The document said Solomon stated he would do it again, do another attack. He said that he said this had nothing to do with the Jewish community and was specific in the Zionist group supporting the killings of people on his land, Palestine. Solomon, a husband and father of 5, allegedly said he had been planning Sunday afternoon's attack for 1 year, but waited until his daughter graduated from high school last Thursday to carry it out. What the fuck? He said no one knew about his plans, and he expected to die during the attack. But what do you know, guys? There's no one around in Colorado at a pro-Israel rally. There's no one there with a firearm ready to defend themselves. So he wanted to die. He wanted to get shot and killed during this. But literally, no, he was standing there with 2 more cocktails, lit little kids on fire, did whatever he could. He's just, I want to get shot, damn it. And no one would do it. No one was ready. Solomon appeared at his first state court hearing from the Boulder County Jail on Monday afternoon, during which the judge kept his bond at $10 million. He acknowledged that he had received and understood a protection order barring him from contacting the victims. Solomon is due back in court on Thursday for the filing of state charges. Suspect said he drove about 100 miles from his Colorado Springs home to Boulder on Sunday and picked up gas at a gas station. On the way, the court document said, filled 8 glass containers he purchased from Target with gas. Okay, guys, it wasn't alcohol. Bro. Dude, that's what... Okay, now that makes sense. The fucking idiot talking to the cops said it was alcohol. Bro, this does... That changes things. That changes things. Dude, gas is a problem. And that made sense too. The video showing that giant cloud of smoke coming up, that is a dead giveaway that it's fucking that it's gasoline, bro. A fucking Molotov cocktail with like rubbing alcohol is not going to have like a giant cloud of black smoke come from it. That's just not, I don't know how much you would have. I don't even think you could have like 10 gallons of it. It wouldn't do that. That's crazy. Okay, let me go down here so it's bigger so you guys can read along if you want. I don't know. 8 glass containers purchased from Target with gas, put it in a storage bin in order to get close as possible. The group, he dressed himself like a gardener. He allegedly used, and the reason that people fell for it is because he's not white. You see, if this were actually a white man dressed as a gardener, people would be suspicious. They'd be like, white people don't garden. White people don't do landscaping as a job. They do it for fun at their own house sometimes. Okay? Let's see. Makeshift flamethrower. That's what I'm dying to see what this flamethrower was, guys. That doesn't even like... yeah, what? He used a flamethrower. He allegedly used a makeshift flamethrower, threw an incendiary device into a crowd of pro-Israel demonstrators at a pedestrian mall. According to the FBI, he allegedly yelled, "Free Palestine," during the attack. Video posted on social media during the attack shows Solomon holding what appeared to be Molotov cocktails and saying, "How many children killed and end Zionists," according to the court documents. Solomon said he only threw 2 at the group because he got scared. Yeah. Solomon allegedly targeted the Run for Their Lives walk, which aims to raise awareness about the remaining hostages held by Hamas in Gaza and calls for their immediate release. Solomon allegedly told investigators he specifically targeted this group after learning about them in an online search, according to court documents. It's not good. 8 people ranging in age from 52 to 88 were hospitalized Sunday with burns, and 2 of those victims remain in the hospital on Monday, police said. I thought there was 1 kid that got hurt. 4 of the people suffered minor injuries, have since come forward, bringing the victim total to 12. 16 unused Molotov cocktails were within arm's reach of the suspect when he was arrested. 16. And this fucking pussy threw 2. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's good, but what? Arm's reach of the suspect when he was arrested, FBI Denver special agent in charge Mark, whatever the fuck, said at a news conference, and he commended the first responders who jumped in to stop the attack. The unlit Molotov cocktails were compromised of glass wine carafe bottles or ball jars containing clear liquid and red rags hanging out of the bottles. Also found a backpack weed sprayer potentially containing a flammable substance. The clear liquid in the glass bottles and weed sprayers were determined to be 87 octane gasoline, which was determined to contain xylene. Hold on. What's xylene? Is that what Lil Wayne used to drink in that cup? Lean? Xylene? I'm just kidding, guys. Xylene is a colorless, flammable, and aromatic hydrocarbon widely used as a solvent in it, so that's very flammable. Production of various commercial chemicals. Dimethylbenzene. Xylol. Exists in 3 isomers. Orthoxylene, metaxylene, paraxylene. Coal tar. Okay. That's a xylene for you. Okay, what do we got here? Ball jars. In a bulletin reviewed by ABC News, the Department of Homeland Security described the attacks as unique due to both targeting of the people and the use of improvised flamethrowers in addition to... Oh! Is that the improvised flamethrower, guys? Is this what we're talking about? The fucking, the weed killer sprayer thing. That's what they're saying is an improvised flamethrower? Backpack weed sprayer. Clear liquid in the glass bottles and weed sprayer. Had xylene and gasoline in it. So yeah, that's what they're saying is the flamethrower, guys. It was a weed backpack sprayer. I'm telling you, nothing good comes out of a backpack sprayer like that. It's either you're getting hosed down with flammable whatever, or it's fucking glyphosate. Bulletin, in a new bulletin reviewed by ABC News, the Department of Homeland Security determined detect unique due to the targeting, flamethrower, yada. Okay, DHS said in a bulletin it remains concerned that the successful homeland attacks and messaging from foreign terrorist organizations and their supporters linked to the Israel-Hamas conflict will continue to inspire violent extremists to mobilize to violence in the United States. No shit. Solomon was born in Egypt and lived in Kuwait for 17 years, according to the state charging documents. He moved to Colorado Springs 3 years ago. He's in the United States illegally, according to the Department of Homeland Security. He entered the U.S. in August of 2022 on a B-2 visa. So this is Biden's fault, right? Right. And he filed for asylum in September 2022. Oh, well, good thing they let him in, guys. He's an asylum seeker. He's just scared. Secretary, His B-2 visa, which is typically a tourist visa, expired February of 2023. Solomon was granted a work permit after his B-2 visa expired, a senior official told ABC News. That work permit expired on March 28th, so he has been in the country illegally since then, the official said. Worked for a driver for Uber. Oh, guys. Uber. Fucking Uber. Haven't they done enough? Bro, what's the deal? Why is it... Is it like they just don't give a fuck? Why is everyone that works for Uber does not speak English well? What's up with that? He worked for Uber and his account has since been banned from the platform. Like, okay. Who gives a fuck? Like, what? Uber banned him from the platform. Oh, wow. What is the point of even doing that? He's going to be in prison or dead. This group, Run for Their Lives group, has been marching weekly in support of the return of the hostages to Israel, according to the Boulder Mayor Aaron Brockett. It's very meaningful and is just so outrageous and despicable that such a peaceful, well-intentioned gathering was violated like this with a horrific act of violence. The wicked attack, people from all over the country have reached out to offer their support. Jewish residents are scared. Okay. All right, so I guess we don't have any more real footage of that to find. MK Ultra, the Middle East version, yeah. They're probably interviewing him right now. He doesn't even know what happened. All right, let me bring you guys over to Twitter with me for a second. So, interesting. Oh, there's me. Look. Interesting that I never heard about these attacks until today, guys. No, I'm not talking about the attack on the pro-Israel people. I'm talking about these attacks. Why are we seeing these in the news, guys? February of this year? Did anyone else hear about 2 Israelis getting attacked because a Jewish guy thought they were Palestinians? Anti-Palestinian attacks? Why are these not headlines? Why aren't these front page in the news? What's going on? Oh my God. Stabbed 26 times, a 6-year-old Palestinian child killed and his mother injured in a hate crime in the USA. Why didn't I hear about this? What is the deal that we're only hearing about the Jewish people getting attacked? U.S. woman indicted for attempting to drown 3-year-old Palestinian American girl. I'm just so baffled, guys. What's going on? Why don't we hear about these attacks on Palestinians? I know the Jewish people, we need to cater to them more because Israel is our greatest ally, but why are we not hearing about these at all? After a chemical attack on pro-Palestinian protesters, Columbia students won't back down. Chemical attack. Al Pacino's up in here. What's up, bro? Back in 2022, when war broke out, they were putting oil and plastics in the gas of those jars so the fire would stick to the army tanks. Ooh. Now that's some technique there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, guys. I have no idea why, like, you know, every single attack on Jewish people, you hear about it. But then it's like weird. I don't know if I'm noticing a pattern or something here. I just don't know what is the deal? Why haven't I heard about these attacks on Palestinian people? Oh God, okay, whoops. That was a giant piece of fried chicken that guy was holding up. He was very happy. It was a big, and it was an entire turkey, actually. An entire deep-fried turkey that guy was holding up. I hope you all are hungry after getting a small glimpse of that. This down here looks like, this is my caption, looks like a prop from a Gwar concert. It is probably real, though. Someone sent this to me and said that it was an entire full-size turkey that got deep fried. I'm not going to show you guys what it is. We're just going to keep it right below the screen there. We're just going to keep it down there. But when the Israeli government is deep frying entire turkeys like this, you gotta, be careful when you go to support a protest, support for Israel. That's gonna piss some people off that don't like fried turkey. These guys don't like fried turkey, and they're holding it up. They're holding a half of a fried turkey up, telling you, look what Israel does to our turkeys over here. We didn't want them fried. We wanted them living and breathing. That's what I'm saying, guys. You gotta be careful with Twitter. I can't even scroll down now. Hold on. Let me hide that so I can look at what else is on my page. Because that is one big turkey that'll get me in trouble. Oh my God, it's a whole turkey. It's not, well, it's a half of a anyway. That's a lot of turkey. All right, guys. Scott Starboard, what do you think? You're a parody writer now? Go record it. I'm half the turkey I used to be. Half the turkey I used to be. Bow-now-now. Too much tripping and my soul's worn thin. Smoke a cigarette and lie some more. These conversations kill. Palestine is getting hit with rockets and shit. They're killing babies. Let's check out what else is going on. Let's check this out. Laura Loomer. Let's see what else is going on with Israel, guys. Laura Loomer. Every American has a right to free speech. I'm a free speech absolutist, even when nasty comments are being shouted. That's right. She can take the nasty comments, guys. You know what? That's how much Laura Loomer stands up for your right to speak freely. She's willing to read those nasty comments people say about her. U.S. Constitution isn't dependent on our feelings. She said, you know what? Fuck my own feelings. Because you have the right to say whatever you want. I'm a free speech absolutist. Right here, it says it. I'm a free speech absolutist. I will read those nasty comments, bitch. You can say whatever you want. Even the most offensive speech, continuing in her tweet here, even the most offensive speech is still protected by the First Amendment. No such thing as hate speech. And then what is this? Oh, so this was 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. And then now we have from 43 minutes ago, I'm sure this was yesterday or something, I don't know. Everyone who has ever attended a free Palestine protest is one of two things. A communist or a Hamas supporter or both. These rallies should not be allowed in the United States. Hey guys, you know what? I'm a free speech absolutist. You know where I draw the line? At free Palestine, okay? You can say anything else. Hey, you can say just about anything else except for free Palestine. That's crossing the line. Hey, you better not point out any problems with Israel. That's crossing the line. I mean, I'm a free speech absolutist. I love free speech as much as the next guy. But you better not say free Palestine. Fucking retard. That's what's going on in your stupid fucking brain, retard. I'm talking to someone in Minecraft, by the way. I'm a free speech absolutist, but you better not say nothing about Israel. This is Laura Loomer typing this tweet out. That's her typing out a tweet. You have free speech. Oh, fuck. Oh, your stupidity entertains me. I'm entertained by it. I enjoy it. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh, guys.
Attorney Jessica.
Hold on. Hold on. You know this is bad when the Mossad... You know it's bad. Jeff Cron said, that mustache has made you lose your mind, Steve. No, guys, I told you. It's this pipe tobacco. It gets me all fucking crazy. It gets me crazy. It's real nicotine. Okay. Uh-oh, guys. You know it's bad when the truth about the Mossad, Israel's Mossad, spying on the United States by using kiosks in malls. You know it's bad when that theory made it all the way onto Joe Rogan's show. You know it's bad when you see it on Joe Rogan's show, because that means it's true. Okay, let's start from the top.
Mossad uses mall kiosks in the U.S. as front companies, while
you guys remember, I told you guys about this last 9/11 of last year. I told you guys about this. It's our greatest ally using mall kiosks to spy on us.
On intelligence operations. Yeah, this is it. Attorney Jessica, Mossad uses mall kiosks in the U.S. as front companies while on intelligence operations. Yeah, this is it. Attorney Jessica Aber found dead in her home after uncovering Israelis illegally entered the U.S. to work at mall kiosks.
If you live in the United States, you might have remembered seeing the Zoomcopter toy kiosks in malls all across America in the early 2000s. Here's a video of one. If you're in your 20s or 30s, you might have remembered seeing these guys as a kid. They always...
Of course! Bro, and I told you guys, when I went to the fucking, I went to the mall one time. I don't remember what this kiosk was selling, but it was people, and this is back before I was so fucking stupid. I didn't know shit. I didn't know who was from what culture. I didn't know dog shit. This was like fresh out of high school. It's like 2010 or something. I went to the mall with a couple friends, and these people, and I swear to God, I bet they were fucking Israeli spies. These fucking people talked to us for like an hour. Just asking us stuff about culture in the United States and whatnot. And I guess I sort of thought, like, because me and my friends we didn't exactly look like normies or something. Like, we didn't, I was dressed like, we all looked a little weird. I was like, sort of leaning goth, and my other two friends, we weren't dressed like preppy or nice or something. I don't know. We look like a weird little bunch of people. And this lady with blonde hair, and I remember the guy almost looked like Middle Eastern or something, but I don't really remember. But they talked to us for like an hour, dude. And I kept trying to, like, when you're trying to be nice in a conversation, but also end the conversation, and someone just keeps talking about something else and trying to bring it back to something that you're going to end up having to, like, you have to respond to them. They ask you questions and just try to keep the conversation going. You're just like, I got to get out of here. It was weird. they were probably Israeli. You know what? I'm willing to say for sure they were Israelis. They were FBI and set up there just to intercept DMS and cronies. Yes. I don't doubt I'm on a list. We'll find out when I try to fly to Wyoming. We'll see what list I'm on. What did she? What are you referencing? One more time, Steve. What did she say? What did I miss? What I do? Did I fuck something up?
Tended to have a thick Israeli accent, and they let it fly up. What you might not know is that the Zoomcopter kiosks, especially in malls on the East Coast around 9/11, were actually front companies for Israeli intelligence gathering operations. Fox News actually did a 4-part investigation on this in the early 2000s. They ended up taking it down, but I'm going to play a clip of it in a second. This is a declassified FBI document of the report as well. Numerous classified documents by Fox News indicate that even prior to September 11th, as many as 140 other Israelis had been detained or arrested in a secretive and sprawling investigation into suspected espionage by Israelis in the United States.
Another part of the investigation has resulted in the detention and arrests of dozens of Israelis.
Bro, remember we watched this on 9/11. This is the same Fox News segment we watched.
At American Mall kiosks, where they've been selling toys called Puzzle Car and Zoomcopter. Investigators suspect a front. Shortly after the New York Times and Washington Post reported the Israeli detentions last month, the carts began vanishing. Zoomcopter's webpage says, "We are aware of the situation caused by thousands of mall carts being closed at the last minute. This in no way reflects the quality of the toy or its saleability. The problem lies in the operator's business policies."
Documents say they targeted and penetrated military bases, the Drug Enforcement Administration, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, dozens of government facilities, and even secret offices and unlisted private homes of law enforcement and intelligence personnel.
The majority of those questioned, quote, stated they...
I just seriously, if you're our biggest ally, why do you have to spy on us? Is that a completely that is a stupid question, isn't it? Because they're not our greatest ally. No, seriously, do they just? I guess it's just Israel loves us so much. They were spying just because they're really big fans of American culture and stuff. I guess that's it. I guess that's why you spy on your greatest ally, because you love them so much. I guess that's what we're going with. Let's go with that. We're going.
Served in military intelligence, electronic surveillance intercept, and or explosive ordnance units.
General Accounting Office investigation referred to Israel as Country A and said, according to U.S. intelligence agency, the government of Country A conducts the most aggressive espionage operation against the U.S. of any U.S. ally. Pretty crazy stuff. If you find this interesting and you want to see more investigative
no shit
reports, make sure to shoot me a follow.
Oh, fuck me. Guys, that's what I'm saying. You know it's bad when the mall kiosk facts make it onto Joe Rogan's show. That's pretty funny. Did I put ash on my face? It's not Ash Wednesday. I got ashes from this pipe tobacco on my face. No one told me. I just looked angry. No one told me I had ash on my face. You guys just want me to look like a fucking clown, don't you? Everyone that watches this show fucking hates me. You guys want me to look like a clown, don't you? Well, you win. You win. All right, let's see. Where are we going after this? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Oh, where do we go? Oh, where do we go now? Oh, sweet Palestine. Oh, sweet Palestine. Where do we go? I. Sorry. Here we go.
Israeli forces attacked an aid flotilla headed.
Hold up. What did I click on? This is one of those videos my producer sent me that I just play on here without screening. You guys remember my producer, right? He sends me weird stuff.
On May the 31st, 2010, Israeli forces attacked an aid flotilla headed for Gaza in international waters. They killed 9 people. In the days that followed, Israel...
Oh, soldiers being hit with metal poles and chairs. Interesting. And this is, wait, this is our greatest ally or our second or third greatest ally? I forget. I think people say this is our greatest ally, which is just really weird.
Israeli propaganda set out
Wait,
to...
are these our ships or no? I don't know who's... Look, there are aid ships going to Gaza. Either way, this is not nice.
manipulate the news agenda.
They were clubbed, they were beaten, stabbed. There was even a report of gunfire.
Don't you think it's fair to look at some coverage and say there's a tone? The tone was, of course, you didn't sit down and say we're going to put the Israeli point of view, but the tone throughout was that Israel had a problem, not the people who were shot in the back of the head, but that Israel had a problem.
I think there are two things here. One is that, are you saying that actually we devalued human life? Because I don't think we did.
No, I didn't say
that.
that.
But I think it's legitimate to ask.
He should have said that.
What the implications of this were going to be for Israel, which is what that question was attempting to do.
Tonight at 10, the Israelis under pressure after the raid on ships taking aid to Gaza. Hundreds of activists in the convoy were detained in Israel, including at least 40 British nationals.
They were pushing everybody and people running around, and they were hitting us with the back of the guns.
The Israelis are accused of carrying out a bloody massacre, but they claim it was self-defense.
Our planning for yesterday's interception was for a peaceful police operation. Our sailors on the job were told you are to use minimum force and maximum restraint.
The top of the main news was Mark Regev, unchallenged. Mark Regev, as you know, is the chief Israeli propagandist.
Mark Regev is a spokesman for the Israeli government. Now, you can describe him as a propagandist.
Well, what else is he? Please tell me.
Well, that's a pejorative way of putting what government spokespeople are.
Oh my God, lady. Are you kidding me? This woman, just with a straight face and crooked teeth, said to this guy, he's not a propagandist, he's a government official that pretty much exclusively defends Israel. That's what do they call that? A difference without a distinction? What the fuck? No, Donald Ferguson, good point. You got caught, what? Delivering groceries? How dare you?
You know, they're entitled to express their...
A distinction without a difference. That's what the phrase is. I think. A distinction without a difference.
Point of view, and we have a duty to report it.
I'm afraid that polite view wouldn't be shared by the families of the people who were killed on the boat.
I absolutely accept that, and we have a duty to report that perspective as well.
Who's the Palestinian?
Well, then report it!
An equivalent of Mark Regev, who appeared so often. Who's the Palestinian equivalent of all those mainly female Israeli spokespeople during...
Uh-oh. Traveling Fools is up in here. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome. Good evening. What's up, Traveling Fools? How's it going? I'm going to get to the eruption in a second here. I saw some really cool footage. There's some really close-up footage of that. What is it? Etna? Blue Cross Blue Shield? I don't know. What was that? The fucking explosion? Etna! That's right. Mount Etna. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Am I done bashing Israel? I mean, defending Israel. Let's see. Jewish people spitting on Christians in Israel. I don't think I can pass that up tonight. Sorry, guys. Let's take a look at this. Let's just imagine this is the exercise we do. This is how you test your you test your opinion and your philosophy on things. You test your positions, okay, by looking at similar situations with similar factors, but involving different people, you know, like reversing the roles. So just imagine, guys, think for a second, think what would happen if there were Christian people spitting on Jewish people in the United States. So you thought about that in your head. You went, oh, wow, that would be front page news. That we'd never hear the end of that. Then they'd tell us there were 6 million people that got spit on, even though it was just a few 100,000. Sorry. I mean, no, I'm kidding. That was a joke, guys. But anyway, no, guys, seriously, what would happen? How would people react if they saw videos of Christian people in the U.S. or anywhere for that matter spitting on Jewish people? It would be that would probably dominate the news, right?
Officials are taking seriously a recent upsurge in spitting and the vandalism of Christian sites.
Christians in Jerusalem's Old City say they've been repeatedly assaulted. So how are Christian leaders responding?
Christian citizens feel attacked in their places of prayer, in their cemeteries, and on the streets.
Oh, cool. They're destroying the Christian headstones and stuff too. Huh. I wonder, guys, how would we react in the United States if there were Christian people going around bashing up Jewish people's headstones? I wonder if you'd actually like hear about that instead of just hearing about it now on my tiny little fucking stream that is basically blacklisted and gets fucking terrible algorithms because of the truths that I try to tell you guys. How do you think people would react if the roles were reversed, guys?
Christians in Jerusalem's Old City say they are often harassed, spit on, and even physically attacked by religious Jewish youth. Recently, Israeli Channel 13 reporter Yossi Eli went undercover as a priest for a day. Dressed in a robe, he walked through the Old City with Franciscan Father Alberto. In the first 5 minutes, he was spat at 5 times by Orthodox Jewish Israelis.
Within the first 5 minutes. Homeboy could not make it 5 minutes.
Jewish people wouldn't tolerate these sorts of attacks against them. In other countries, they're very vocal about it.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. Really? Really? Is that true? Israeli people are very vocal about getting abuse like this directed towards them. But there's people in Israel that actually do this towards other religions. That's just so weird. It's like the first time I'm ever hearing this. I mean, it's like, why is this not on the news?
And they shouldn't tolerate it here when their own co-religionists carry out similar attacks against Christians.
Officials are taking serious.
Huh. It's like people just live by different rules and apply standards to other people's cultures, but not their own. That's just so weird how that works, guys. I don't know how to explain that. Anyway, let's take a look at Mount Fuji. Enough about Israel. Actually, I'll go here. There. And I'll bring you guys to this tab with me. Etna Eruption. Oh, yeah.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, dude.
Bro, look at all these fucking people here. Look at these fucking people running for their lives. This is intense. Dutch Duke's up in here. What's up, bro? Spirituality is cool. Religion sucks. You're damn right, Donald Ferguson. We've been trying to tell people this, haven't we? Bro, this guy's going up there. He wants pictures. I don't blame you. These are the kind of this is the kind of clips, the footage that you should be willing to get burned alive for.
Incroyable. Tout le monde est en panique, tout le monde descend.
Bro, that is fucking nuts, guys. Imagine being on there. Oh, Dutch Duke just got into work. All right, well, I'm glad we could entertain you at work for a little bit. I'll be off probably within a few minutes, a little after 10, but we'll be here for a minute. Dutch Duke, where are you at? You're doing like a night shift, right? Are you in Florida going in this late?
De ouf, là.
Wow. Is this the beginning? Bro, that is crazy. Just imagine you're fucking hiking. You're at some fucking goddamn tourist trap mountain thing. Mount Etna. There's like 100 fucking stinky tourists there. You're like, oh, this is just another day hiking on this fucking mountain. I'm going to take some pictures and post them. Whatever. We're here on a mountain. No big fucking deal. And the thing just starts shaking. Holy shit, guys. This is epic. So we don't get any chunks or nothing. Like this is traveling fools. Nobody had a drone handy. Good fucking question, man. Good question. Drive safe, Duke. I didn't mean to highlight that, but yeah, Duke, drive safe. Oh, you're in Michigan. Okay. NOC technician, Michigan. Okay. Bro, that is a damn good question. Why did nobody had a drone? And like, are we gonna see any lava or something? Is this just like it exploded? Wow, guys, look at that. Holy shit, guys, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Bro, so I'm very soon, guys. I can't believe how soon it is. And I haven't really told everybody what exact day I'm leaving on. But basically, yeah, this month I'm going to Wyoming. And we're going to go all over the place in Wyoming. We're going to Devil's Tower. We're going to different monuments and shit, Crazy Horse, the fucking Mount Rushmore. We're going to, there's a bunch of different caves, the Jewel Caves, Wind Caves. We're going to the Tetons. My buddy was figuring it out today, what route we're going to take and where exactly we're going to go. I didn't realize how, the Tetons, I thought it was like a couple mountains but it's, like just in Wyoming, but I guess it's like it's a Teton, the Teton Range. It's like it spans multiple states. I didn't know shit about Wyoming, but yeah, guys, we're going. My buddy went there and took all these pictures and stuff back in the winter, and I was so jealous. Not really, because I hate the cold and I didn't want to be stuck in the snow somewhere. But anyway, I got to go out there. We're going to check out the few dinosaur museum things. It's so funny. It's like, I mean, maybe there is a decent amount of crazy type of shit like what's in Wyoming, in Florida. Even that's not really the case. I don't think there's anything in Florida that is like awe-inspiring and cinematic in the way that the Devil's Tower is. I don't think there's anything like that in Florida. I went to the Florida Caverns, which is like one of the cooler things that I have done in Florida besides just regular camping or whatever. Dude, the Florida Caverns, it looks just like the video for The Cure. I Will Always Love You, that song. That video where there's all the stalactites and stalagmites coming up and down from the ceiling and the floor. And he's like, they're up in that cave for that Cure video. That's exactly what it looked like through this whole thing. It was fucking awesome. Grand Tetons, yeah. Grand Tetones. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited to go and see a place like this. Like, in Florida, there aren't a lot of places where you can actually get to a spot where you can see for like miles and miles and miles, like as far as it's possible to see, you can see out that far. There's not too many places like that in Florida that I really know of, unless you go to a beach and you just look out at the ocean way out and you can't tell how far you're even looking. But yeah, guys, I'm excited to go to Wyoming. We got a plan. I'm going to pull up some of the stuff. We'll take a look a couple nights before I leave, which is going to be in like a couple weeks, basically like a couple weeks. We'll take a look at some different shit that we're gonna check out when we're there. I'll show you guys. But yeah, man, this is wild. Just imagine this fucking scenery right here, and you're also on a volcano. Dude, that's fucking crazy. So this isn't like coming out of a hole, right? This is just the top of this mountain releasing a bunch of fucking hot ash and shit into the sky. I would be down to read an article, but it's late. Kind of don't even want to get into Italy's Mount Etna, the highest active volcano in Europe, started erupting Monday, sending scores of panicked tourists running for their safety. Huge plumes of smoke filled the sky around Sicily as the famous landmark began to explode, first thing causing nearby homes to shake. Volcanic Ash Advisory Center quickly issued a code red as volcanic ash began to fall over the tourist haven. Damn. A lot of contenders for the Darwin Award. Is this all the same footage? Damn. Oh, cool. This video is kind of cool. This has a bunch of different perspectives. That's crazy. I guess there's no like I said, it's like a mountain that's erupting, so it's not like a volcano people think of as a standard, like where it's like a big hole in the center that you can look down in and see the magma fucking popping and dancing. Right? Where's lava? This says Italy's Mount Etna volcano erupts, spewing hot ash and lava. Bitch, where? Look at that, man. This almost looks like AI. This almost looks AI generated. It's just so incredible. And look at the different kinds of smoke in there. We've learned nothing from Pompeii, yeah. Apparently. Look at the different look at the different smoke in here. Look at this. That looks crazy. This looks like it's AI generated or something. I'm not actually trying to start that conspiracy, but this looks just nuts. Wow. I think this is drone footage, but they're way the fuck out there. They're way away. Wow. Bro, it's so funny how this really does. I know this isn't a mushroom cloud, but this, I don't know if you guys remember when I did mushrooms on the stream a few months ago, when I took the mushrooms and then went live. The intro video I used, and we watched Terrence McKenna videos and stuff. The intro video I used with the mushroom time lapse, mushroom growth time lapse. That's what this almost looks like. The way it just sort of like slowly, like sort of unfolds and billows out like that. It reminds me of that video. It's tripping me out. I'm having flashbacks. Is this is lava going down the mountain? No fucking way. Is that really what that is? Wow. What is this down here? Bro, this is crazy. I hope the Tetons don't erupt while I'm hiking on the Tetons. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, hold on. That's incredible. It's like the same footage again. Here's people running.
Incroyable. Tout le monde est en panique, tout le monde descend. Ah, truc de ouf là.
Go get them pictures, guys. I totally get it. Go get them pictures. Gotta get them clicks. You gotta get them likes. All right. I'm a Volcano City planner. Oh, fuck. What's up, fat pig? I know, I'm a silly man. I'm a silly man. All right, guys. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. My laptop's actually dying. I didn't plug it in long enough. But yeah, we pretty much got to everything there, lovers. This has been Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, if you've learned anything, careful hiking and also be careful at protests. I want to you might just want to not leave the house assuming nothing bad could ever happen to you. And not because you deserve something bad, because bad things happen to everybody, right? Just got to be careful out there, guys. I know some people are going to tell you otherwise, that some people are going to tell you, you should have the right to walk outside and not have to even consider what you would do if something bad happened. Okay? That's your right. We live in America. That's fun. It's a fun ideal to have, but if you want to be realistic and protect yourself and your family, might want to not fuck around. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Who knows what the fuck we're getting into? We'll see if there's any more terror attacks or something. We'll talk about that. But no, we got a few different fun things planned for this week. I got a bunch of different shit in the pipeline. But yeah, guys. Good times. Good times on Mount Etna. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I should be on. We got Stein tomorrow. Stein is back Tuesday through Thursday. He goes on at 7 p.m. Before that, we've got Scott Starboard at 6 p.m. I'll be up in that chat. 6 p.m. Eastern. The whole hour. Then, Stein, Alex Stein, Primetime 99, The Pimp on the Blimp, live from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Then, 8 p.m., Dark Match Steve goes live. And that's me, by the way. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Hit that subscribe button, baby. We do this 5 nights a week. You can get up in the chat. Wherever you're at, get up in the chat. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter tonight. Sometimes we do Rumble. We mix a little Rumble in there sometimes. Sometimes we just get crazy. Okay? All right, lovers. This has been fun. This is a good little edging session. Almost blew my wad halfway through. Hope it was that fun for you guys too. So I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody take it easy. Thank you, everybody, for real. Thank you guys for all the support. I love doing the stream, hanging out with you guys. Scott Starboard still in here. Sir, thank you for all the support. I love you, Scott. Everybody, for real. If you aren't subscribed to Scott's channel as well, go get over there. We're for real. A lot of people from my chat, we've got our own little lineup deal going. We all hang in the chats. We all, we got our own little club here. We got our own scene. So get up in there. Dutch Duke, Truth Is, Donald Ferguson, Scott. Thank you guys. I know I saw Holyoke in here. The Fat Pigs up in here. Traveling Fools. Thank you guys for hanging. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Everybody take it easy. Have a good day at work. Love ya. Love ya.